Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2016 general readings. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing the customary 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional ninth card as your crowning card representing overall energy and advice for the readings. Remember that these are general readings and they're not going to resonate the same for everyone because there's so many of you watching. And for some of you, if this is your primary sun sign, it may not resonate for you at all. So if you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those as well because you may find that they play out more predictively for you than your sun sign. Or you may find that each of your signs, sun, moon, and rising, uh, resonate for you just in different areas of your life. So watching all three together gives you a more whole and clear picture of the time frame ahead that the reading covers. Thank you. Always a note of gratitude to those of you who continue to watch and listen and like and share and subscribe. Keep those comments coming because I love reading them and I do read each and every one of them. If you are new to this channel, welcome and thank you for watching and subscribing. Thank you always. I'm so very grateful for those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, which I love to do. I thank you for the honor and the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And thank you to my regular clients for allowing me to be such even a small part of your life as it unfolds chapter by chapter. And thank you for the regular updates and how the readings continue to play out for you. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage to get a little more information and contact. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and set up a reading in a fairly timely fashion. Turnaround time is anywhere from a few days up to 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can set something up for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So moving right along, let's get into this reading. This is for Virgo for November 2016. Virgo, November 2016. God, Spirit, Angels, Guide, show me the energies for the earth sign of Virgo. What does the month of November 2016 have in store for the Virgos? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Guidance, advice, messages from Spirit for Virgo for the month of November 2016. Show me what they need to see. What do they need to know? What is in store for Virgo for the month of November 2016? Guidance, advice, feedback, and messages from Spirit for Virgo for November 2016. Okay, Virgo. We begin with the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups, the Sun, followed by the Nine of Pentacles, beautiful, the High Priestess, followed by the Nine of Swords, and the King of Wands, followed by the Five of Cups. From the bottom of the deck, your crowning card representing overall energy and advice is the Four of Swords. All right, let's take a look, Virgo. Virgo, I feel like the challenge for you this month is your own head, basically. Your thoughts getting in the way and perhaps spending too much time and energy twisting something up in your head that's actually, I think, going to play out and work out just fine. But it looks like the temptation for you and the challenge is kind of overcoming and calming your thoughts and your mind this month. Fears, doubts, insecurities. But it looks like you're going to have some help in doing that too. So let's begin. So, Virgo, we find ourselves at the beginning of November 2016 with the energy of the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Cups. So, the Five of Pentacles. Pentacles is a suit that's governed by the element of air, and it addresses and rules things that are in our earthly, material, tangible environment. Um, and often it's things like money, finances, property, real estate, job, career, etc. Those tangible see, touch, feel things. You can apply the same energy to love and relationships as well. It just represents uh, tangible result of the efforts that we put into something. The Five of Pentacles is a card of insufficiency and lack, or fear of insufficiency and lack. In actual dollars and cents and finances, some of you at the beginning of November, the end of October, going into the beginning of November may feel financially strapped. Some of you may be short of cash, maybe robbing Peter to pay Paul, or there may be a fear of insufficiency or lack. It can represent also job loss or demotion, having your hours cut. Your work reduced, etc. In a more emotional sense, in relationships and just general emotions, this can represent feeling rejected, feeling left out in the cold, an unpleasant kind of energy. And I'm sorry to see that for you. However, there's always a bright side to every card as well. You can see that this couple is standing out in front of what appears to be some kind of church or cathedral window, and they're obviously in need. And in other tarot decks, I've seen them, they're outside and they're in the rain or the snow. They're kind of maybe homeless looking or just in desperate need of assistance. And there's a beautiful golden light shining out from this window, which represents that just on the other side of this light, just on the other side of this window is what they need, is help, resources, money, support. What they need, some kind of assistance or help or insight, a solution or an answer somehow. But they're not focusing on it. They're not even looking at it because they're only focused on basically the negativity of their situation, what they lack, what they need. For some of you in relationships energy, this can play out. I think for a lot of you, it's more about money and finances or job this month, but it could also be in relationships. You may be in a partnership with someone and you're feeling maybe rejected, left out in the cold. You guys are having some kind of conflict, or together as a couple, as a family perhaps too, because this woman is also holding a baby. You may feel kind of challenged, or financial stressors have caused conflict within your relationship. But there is help nearby. There is help very close if you just take the time to kind of open your eyes, take a step back and look at it. It's very close by. And it looks like it's actually coming in to assist you, because that Five of Pentacles is paired with the Knight of Cups, which is knights typically in the upright position represent an offer, an opportunity, an offering of some kind, something being brought to you, as knights are the deliverers of the tarot. When you think about their role in the medieval times, they were the ones sent out to achieve something, to bring back results, to accomplish something, a mission, a quest, and bring back the results of that. They are the deliverers. So something is being brought to you, an offer, an opportunity, results of some kind. And this is the Knight of Cups. So Cups is governed by water. It's all about that watery, fluid, mercurial world of feelings, emotions, relationships, and love as well. All different kinds of love and all different kinds of relationships. So it looks like somebody, there is a help that's coming in for you at the beginning of November, some kind of assistance, resources of some kind. It could be in a tangible way, but the Knight of Cups also has an emotional energy to it because it rules that part of our life. So this knight would be bringing, uh, for some of you, it could be actual tangible resources, or they're helping you find and connect with what you need. But it's emotional. This can be an offer of love, an offer of emotional support. For some of you, it's going to represent just somebody saying, I'm here for you. I'm going to help you in any way I can. It might not be actual tangible resources, but they're going to help emotionally support you through this time. And also for some of you, they may be bringing tangible resources and assistance, or helping you connect with those tangible resources and assistance. And the fact that it's governed by water could represent that the offer, the opportunity, or this help is coming from a water sign, which would be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But it looks like that's coming in for you at the beginning of the month. So make sure to accept it. To For some of you, this advice of the Five of Pentacles is you need to reach out and ask for assistance. It's right there. It's either someone or something is very close to you that's there to provide you with the support that you need, whether it's actual tangible financial resources, or to support you emotionally in something. It looks like it's right there. For some of you in relationships, this could represent that you're feeling kind of shut out from your partner. There may be some conflict or some difficulties going on there, but for some of you, I feel like if you just reach out to them and are kind of honest, sit down with them and express how you're feeling, they're going to be right there showing their love and support for you. They may be going through something that you're not aware of as well. Now, next to that, we have a beautiful combination of cards. We have the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. And again, I feel like the energy of this reading is kind of split in that in terms of what it specifically focuses on. I feel like it's almost an even split. For some of you, it's money, finances, job, and for others of you, it's relationship. For a smaller portion of you, it may be some combination of both of them. So there's help there. You just need to reach out for it. And it looks like it's going to be right there. And it looks like it's very close by, whether it's an actual person or an organization, something of that sort, some kind of help. This Knight of Cups, I'm also getting therapy or therapist, counseling. So that may be for some of you, that may be the assistance that you need, which is very close by as well. So this beautiful combination of the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles. The Sun is major arcana card, so those divine energies, divine timing and orchestration. The Sun is one of the, if not the most brightest card in the tarot deck, particularly in major arcana. The sun shining on you. And when you think about everything the sun brings, that's what the energy of this card brings for you in the first half of November 2016, Virgo. And it's probably connected to whatever this offer, this getting help and assistance makes you feel relieved, because that's an aspect of the sun as well. It represents an uplifting of energy and easing of restrictive feelings. A kind of a winter into spring, darkness into light, sickness into health. For some of you, this could also be health issues as well, but you're finally getting the help that you need to be able to recover. When you see the sun, it represents kind of a lightening up of previously heavy kind of energies and just generally feeling good, feeling quite good. For some of you that are in need of some kind of financial aid or resources, it looks like that's coming in. Job assistance, perhaps, a relationship support, emotional support. It's going to play out, the specifics are going to play out differently because, again, there's so many of you watching, but the energy remains the same. Whatever this help is, this opportunity or offering coming in, it makes you feel relieved and a lot better. And it points you towards the energy of this Nine of Pentacles, or gives you the hope or promise of this Nine of Pentacles. So again, we have that lovely, solid, grounded earth energy of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment. It's kind of the opposite of this energy of the Five of Pentacles, which is about being, dependent, being in need, not having enough. The Nine of Pentacles is the opposite energy. This is being able to be in a place where you're finally reaping the benefits of your own labors. This woman is standing in the middle of her beautiful garden. She's wearing a beautiful gown. She's very well put together. She obviously has the resources to be able to take good care of herself. And she's enjoying all of these things in her beautiful garden. And she's surrounded by things which represent material wealth or physical comfort, prosperity, and abundance. It's a card of self empowerment and self sufficiency, though, because she has that extra added enjoyment of knowing that what she's enjoying, what she has, nobody can take away from her because nobody gave it to her. Everything that she's enjoying are the result of her hard work, her effort, her labor. Nobody's handed anything to her on a silver platter. She's worked very hard for everything that she's gotten, that she's currently enjoying. So again, it looks like whatever's coming in for you, and I'm getting, I think for some of you, you may be getting the opportunity at job training or higher education that's going to enable you to increase your earning potential, which kind of points you in the direction of making the energy of the Nine of Pentacles possible for you. I don't feel like it's culminating in the month of November, but that whatever help you're getting or opportunity you're getting is going to enable you to, as it manifests, be able to become independent, self-sufficient, which leads to a sense of self-empowerment. So then somewhere around the middle third week of November, it looks like some stressors come back in again. We have the major arcana card of the High Priestess paired with the Nine of Swords. So I'm going to start with the energy of the Nine of Swords. The Suit of Swords is governed by air, and it's all about what goes on up here in our head. It's a very cerebral, mental, intellectual energy, and it deals with communication, words, ideas, our outlooks, our perspectives, and perception of things, our belief systems. It's all about how we think and what we do with what we think. And the Nine of Swords speaks of a lot of mental stress, anxiety, worry. Sleepless nights. You can see this woman is is sitting up in her bed. It's very late. The moon has risen up high in the sky. Everybody else is probably sleeping, but she's not. She can't sleep. She's sitting up with her arms crossed over in kind of this protective, hunched over gesture, and she's completely consumed with her thoughts. She's completely, all her mental and emotional and physical energy is spent kind of twisting on something in her head, being really stressed out about something in her head. Now, very close to her on the windowsill, you can see this little tiny owl. It's very close. It's close enough she could almost reach out and touch it, but she can't see it. She's not looking at it. Why? Because she's completely consumed with focusing on whatever the source of her stress and worry and anxiety is. And again, for some of you it's relationships, for some of you it's money, job, etc. Now, owls, like everything on a tarot card, you could spend 30 hours just describing one tarot card. Everything is symbolic, everything has a meaning. And this little owl here is symbolic. Owls are one of those universal symbols for wisdom, insight, clarity, a solution, an answer somehow, which represents, again, just like the energy of this Five of Pentacles, there's a solution and answer, help very close, but they're not noticing it because they're focusing only on the negative, on what they need or the source of their stress and worry. The same in this picture too. There's an answer, there's a solution, there's a help or clarity or insight very, very close to her, but she's not paying attention to it because she's only focused on the source of whatever her stress and worry and anxiety is. And the energy of the Nine of Swords is somewhat illusionary, Virgo. It's not to say that whatever it is you're worried about isn't real or isn't a tangible reason for concern. But the Nine of Swords comes up often when people are making something out to be bigger or worse in their head, focusing too much on another head, and it grows into this big snowball, when in reality, the reality of their external environment, it's not that bad. And if they would just pull some of that energy back and take another clear look at it, they would be able to see that or see what the solution is. And the advice that always goes along with the Nine of Swords is you're worried too much. It's either not a real worry or you're putting way too much energy into it. It's not as bad as you're making it up to be in your heads. And what needs to be overcome again is your thoughts. This is a card that represents your thoughts and your mind being your own worst enemy, Virgo. Now, it's accompanied and crowned by the High Priestess, which is beautiful energy. This is about trusting your gut instinct, trusting your intuition. This is about connecting with touching base with that connection to the divine you have, which gives you that sense of knowing way down deep in your being. Not talking about what your thoughts are, because your thoughts are obviously kind of consuming themselves, and not even really feelings or emotions, because feelings and emotions can be lovely or not lovely, but they're not stable. They're very mercurial. This is about a deeper, that intuitive sense of knowing, that gut instinct, which never leads you wrong if you pay attention to it and follow it, because that's what the High Priestess does. She's a very spiritual, a very intuitive person. She allows that to guide her path, regardless of what outside environment says or outside people say, or even sometimes what her logical, practical mind says. If her gut instinct tells her to do a specific thing, she follows that because she knows that's the right path, and she trusts in her own that instinct. She trusts in her own intuition, and our that sense of knowing is actually our connection with the divine, giving us a message or trying to give us a message. So it's all about pulling that energy back of letting your thoughts consume you on whatever the source of this anxiety is, Virgo, and allowing yourself to trust in divine timing and orchestration, and really paying attention to what your intuitive sense is telling you to kind of help you through this situation. Because I have this very strong feeling that you're really getting it torqued up. And even though, again, the problem itself might be very real and valid, it's not as bad as you think it is. And I feel like it's going to play out quite well and resolve itself in December. And the very strong advice here is you need to withdraw from that. You need to take a break from your own thoughts and anxieties, and because the potential is that it could really wear you out this month. And again, needlessly, it's unnecessary. Your crowning card being the Four of Swords, it's a card of withdrawing from, conflict and mental stress and worry too, kind of echoes that. So very strong message. Be vigilant against that energy this month, Virgo. The key to having a nice, peaceful month is to battle that energy, and battle it by trusting in your intuition. And also, when those thoughts come up, those anxieties come up, and you start to get tense, and however it reflects, stress reflects on you negatively. Forewarned is forearmed. That's why we do these readings. That's why we watch these readings. So knowing this ahead of time, figure out what you need to do What makes you feel good when you're stressed out, when you start really worrying over things, your thoughts kind of chasing themselves in your head like a dog chasing its tail? What things can you do or what things do you know to do to kind of at least temporarily alleviate that energy and relieve that energy, whether it's taking a bath or taking a walk or getting a massage or listening to meditative music or, you know, making chicken soup or whatever it is that works for you. Knowing this ahead of time, every time that energy starts to come up and you feel like it starts to take over, immediately begin doing these things and develop this pattern through November because that's the key to having an even and balanced month for you. Entirely possible, and particularly for you, Virgo, because you're an earth sign and you already have inherently that lovely, grounded, practical, realistic sense of continuity kind of energy. So draw on that to help you. You've already got those talents inherent in you. Now at or towards and this does not have to manifest this way. Again, that's why we do these readings so we know ahead of time, forewarned is forearmed. You know what to do and you can totally be successful at this. Now at or towards the end of November 2016, Virgo, we have the energy of the King of Wands, which for some of you is going to be an actual individual in your life, paired with the Five of Cups. I'm going to start with this Five of Cups. Again, a very similar energy. This Five of Cups with this Nine of Swords and Five of Pentacles. It's focusing only on the negative when right behind you, there's still something salvageable or still something beautiful left to be grateful for, opportunities that are coming that you're not seeing or that the the danger is that you're not going to see them because you're too focused on on the negative. There's three cards that all point to that same energy. So knowing this ahead of time, Virgo, you know what to do. Develop a plan so that these cards don't have to manifest or manifest to this extreme for you in the month of November. You're in charge of this. So the Five of Cups. Cups again is that watery suit. It's all about emotions and feelings, relationships as well. The Five of Cups, just like the Five of Pentacles, five being can represent in numerology a number of instability, conflict, loss, but it also represents the opportunity for change because that's what challenge and conflict provides us with is an opportunity for change. I know it sounds easier said than done, but it's the truth. So the Five of Cups, you can see that this man is sunk down on his knees in the grass and he's in grief. He's again, like some of these other cards, he's completely focused on these tipped over, spilled out cups over here. And these cups over here are representative of, again, whatever the issue is for you, Virgo. Loss, I think, for a lot of you, something that you've lost or something that you feel has been taken away from you. For some of you, it's going to be relationships, love issues, even other relationships like friendship or family. For some of you, it's going to be job, finances somehow. And all of your mental and emotional energy is focused only on this negative, i.e., basically the past, what's changed, what no longer is. But this isn't the Three of Cups, this is the Five of Cups. Behind this man are these two beautiful goblets, still upright, still beautiful, still glowing, golden, full. But he can't see them because his back is turned to him, because all of his attention is focused only on the negative, the loss, whatever it is that's the source of his stress, anxiety, and grief. So again, the strong, strong message with this is take a step back, pull some of that energy back and take a look around. It's not as bad as you think it is. You still have blessings in your life and opportunities and options which you might miss. The risk is that you'll miss seeing the solution, the wisdom, the help, whatever it is there, because you're too focused on the past, on the negative. We can't look in both directions, in two directions at once. If we're looking in the past, that's where our energy is. If we're looking in the present or in the future, that's where our energy is. So pull this energy back. Do not let it consume you this month, Virgo. Draw on those inherent qualities you already possess of being grounded, realistic, practical, but also that intuitive sense, which I feel is going to be telling you it's going to be all right. Divine timing and orchestration is also at play. Reach out for help. It's closer than you think. Communicate to your partner if it's in a relationship issue as well. So that Five of Cups is paired with the King of Wands, who crowns it. So Wands is a suit that's governed by the element of fire. It's a very dynamic suit. It's all about change and movement, action, power. The energy of the suit of Wands is creative and creating energy, manifesting, building, growing. Kings and queens represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit, the achievement of the character traits of their suit. So this king is somebody who's very dynamic, very passionate, enthusiastic, creative, dynamic individual. He's probably very charismatic, a good leader. He's a great problem solver. He's very good at delegating and inspiring other people, at getting the job done and inspiring other people to do the same. He's very action oriented and not one to rest on his laurels for very long. Now, the story's going to split off here. For some of you watching, this King of Wands is directly linked or connected, or the source of your stress, anxiety, and worry, particularly those of you who are in relationship issues. For some of you, this King of Wands is going to be somebody who's helping you overcome. Um, this emotional energy, and kind of being a dynamic, uplifting force in your life in the month of November. For some of you, it may be a partner that you're kind of supporting each other doing this. For some of you, it just may be a friend, a family member, etc. But somebody who's very good at problem solving, and he may be also very the one who's kind of helping you, that this opportunity or offering is linked to as well. It's going to play out differently. Most likely a fire sign male, although as this is a general reading and there's so many of you watching, it could also be a female, but it's coming up primarily as a male. Fire sign, sun, moon, or rising, which would be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So again, the place that he has in this in November is going to differ. But again, be vigilant about this energy. We're forewarned now. Forewarned is forearmed. So you know that there is a high potential for some of you in the month of November to be going through this worry and stress and anxiety about relationship issues, about being left out in the cold, about not having enough money, job, however it plays out specifically for you. Make a plan now. When this energy comes in and you start to feel it kind of consume you and your thoughts start going around and around, have something that you know to do to alleviate it, even temporarily, and keep doing that over and over again. Because I feel quite strongly, Virgo, that there's going to be a resolvement of this, a positive resolvement of this playing out in December. So November, make sure to help yourself have an easier month. Be vigilant about this energy. And remember this combination of the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles, that uplifting of energy, the promise of being able to put you on a path where you're going to be able to be independent, self-sufficient, prosperous, and just enjoy the fruits of your labors, whether that's in a very tangible way or an emotional way as well. Your crowning card echoes that whole message, which is the Four of Swords. Again, that mental, cerebral energy. This is a card of respite, recovery, withdrawal from conflict. He's not finished with the battle yet. So again, I feel like this is going to be resolved in December, and resolved in a very positive way. And it's going to mean the end of this burden. I feel like you're getting the help, the offer, the promise of that this month. This man is, he's not done with the battle, because he's still girded for battle. But for the time being, he's withdrawn from it. He's taking a break from it. And again, it's swords. So it's those thoughts consuming him. He's taking a break. These three swords are still pointing down at him, meaning the situation isn't over yet. His own sword is lying close by his hand should he need it. Again, it's not finished. I feel like it will be in December, but for the time being, it's about withdrawing from that conflict to rest, recover, go within, seek out your own sense of intuition and guidance. And also, it may be seeking out help and feedback and advice from a trusted friend or mentor of some kind, also with that high priestess as well. For the time being, he's resting, recuperating, recovering, getting another look at it so he doesn't wear himself out. So overall, a pretty good and positive reading, Virgo. We know what the challenge is, and you know that you can develop a plan to deal with this. And how this energy manifests itself, for those of you watching, is going to differ from person to person. But it doesn't have to manifest very strongly at all if you go into it armed already, knowing what you're going to do. And again, it's just your thoughts this month, kind of getting the better of you. So plan for that, and this month will be a success. And again, I feel a successful resolvement of this in December. Let's take a look at the next couple of cards in the deck. Eight of Wands and then the Ten of Wands. Okay, so exactly. From the bottom of the deck, crowning energy and advice with that Four of Swords. I pulled a couple more just to see how it continues to play out. We have the Eight of Wands, which is communication, news, and information coming in swiftly. It's already en route. These wands have left their point of origin. They just haven't quite reached the destination yet. So news or information is coming. And then the Ten of Wands, which represents the end of a long burden or a long challenge of some kind. So again, I feel like it's going to resolve itself quite positively in December, and you need to have faith in that. So, which again, you already have inherent to you that lovely earth energy. So draw on that this month, Virgo. It's going to serve you well. So, Virgo, that's your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you at least find it useful, that it brings you some insight and clarity and some ideas on how to move through November, because that's why we watch these readings. And thank you very much for watching it. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one on one reading, you can click on that little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. And you can also email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November 2016 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, Virgo, thank you for watching. And I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.